You can hide a lot in winter, but not betrayal. Not forever.
The photographs lay scattered across the dining table like silent verdicts. A table that had once held anniversary dinners and soft laughter, now bearing only the cold weight of truth. Outside our home, the Chicago winter roared, a wind that howled against the windows as fiercely as the storm inside my chest. Rage, heartbreak, and something hollower than pain moved through me. I am Alex Carter, veteran, mechanic, a man who built his life with his own hands, the business, the house, the marriage. And Katherine, my wife, the woman who had given it all away in hotel rooms to a man 5 years younger. For 27 days, 17 hours, and 9 minutes, I had carried the knowledge, trained by war and disciplined to wait, observe, prepare. And so I prepared. That evening, as Katherine stood in our kitchen wearing her charcoal work suit and perfect makeup, she finally asked the question that had been circling us for weeks. "Why don't you want me anymore, Alex?" I lifted my gaze from my cooling pasta, set my fork down gently, and smiled, not warmly, not lovingly, but with finality. "Because you gave away what was mine." Her face drained of color, beauty fading into shock. She knew then. She knew I knew. And the reckoning began. It had started 97 days earlier, a late night, a shower running, Katherine's phone lighting up with a message preview she never meant me to see. "Can wait to see you tomorrow." Same place, same time. Still thinking about last night. The words seared themselves into my mind. I didn't confront her. My training had taught me patience. Instead, I watched. I waited. I collected. Receipts tucked carelessly in her purse. Hotel charges she assumed I wouldn't notice. Phone calls that ended abruptly when I entered the room. Lingerie she never wore for me. Work emergencies that lined up with timestamps I would later memorize. His name was Thomas Reeves, 34, a creative director. They met at a conference while I was expanding our second auto shop 16-hour days, bent building the future she said she wanted. While I built, she wandered. The private investigator I hired delivered everything. Photos, recordings, detailed logs. Proof crafted with surgical precision. Meanwhile, I maintained the illusion calm, composed, steady. The husband she betrayed without hesitation. She even reached for me in bed some nights, searching for intimacy she had already given away. I found excuses, fatigue, early meetings, because touching her felt like accepting humiliation. On her birthday, I gave her diamond earrings bought before suspicion crept in. She cried, but I finally understood why. Guilt wept in the place where love once lived. There was no shouting, no thrown dishes, no slammed doors. People expect fireworks from a man with my background, but I am not a man who loses control. I am a man who ends things precisely. I prepared a leather-bound folder, the kind used for serious business presentations. When she came home late again, spinning the same lies, I waited in the dim living room. "Sit down, Katherine. We need to talk." Her eyes flickered with fear. I began with our wedding vows, then slid the folder across the table. "Open it," she did. Her gasp was the sound of a collapsing world. Photos, receipts, messages, a timeline of betrayal. "Alex, I can explain." "No," I replied calmly. "You can't, and you don't need to." She fell apart, then knees on the Persian rug, tears ruining her flawless makeup. It didn't mean anything. It was just physical. "Please, we can fix this." But I stood, stepping away. "I don't want to fix this. I don't want a marriage built on lies." I retrieved my packed bag, the pocket watch from my grandfather. A few clothes, essential documents. "You can stay in the house or sell it. Half the savings are already in your account. My lawyer will contact yours." She trembled. "You're leaving me, just like that?" "No, you left me first." "I'm simply accepting reality." Her final question stopped me at the door. "Where will you go?" somewhere I can breathe again. And with that, I walked out of the ruins of the life I had built. The Four Seasons became my refuge, that night crisp sheets, a view of Lake Michigan, and silence I could finally trust. The next day, I called my business partner, Jackson. Then my lawyer. Katherine called 37 times. I answered none of them. Her messages shifted from pleading to furious to terrified. But the truth remained. Actions have consequences, and she was finally meeting hers. I sold one of my shops, arranged to transfer ownership of the main business to Jackson. Then I told him my plan. I'm moving to Denver, a clean break, a new horizon. In Colorado, my old friend Marcus welcomed me into his custom motorcycle shop. Work became therapy engines, tools, creation replacing destruction. I bought a small house and spent nights renovating it with calloused hands and quiet determination. I ran mountain trails until the burn in my lungs replaced the ache in my heart. 6 weeks later, the divorce papers arrived. Katherine waived alimony, property, everything. Her note asked only that I find happiness. That night, I finally cried for the dreams we buried, for the children we'd never have, for the woman I thought she was. And then I move forward, pain fades. Purpose replaces it. Thank you for listening.